All right, I want to kind of make a video because I've seen all of them out there and they all go the same way. Here's a spec, here's this, here's that. They all just boringly go through everything you can read on the back of the box. But I want to talk about stuff that nobody talks about, which is, the real feel kind of thing. So here's the deal. I bought the Shield MP9 2.0 and I like it. Then I bought the MP22 Compact, and there's some things about it that I like even more. So when it comes to comparisons, I'm going to tell you the difference between them. That way, if you get one or the other in your hand, you can take the information here and run with it. So first, I'll talk about the trigger. On the 2.0s, it doesn't take too long to get that trigger. It's not a ton of slack. Right there to right there is your trigger, and right there to right there is your dead spot. So you got the take up to from here to here, and then you're on from here to here. Now on the 22 Compact, that's a different story. So I got the safety on because I'm not going to dry fire this thing, but I'm going to tell you the deal here. You could take this trigger and pull it almost all the way back, almost to the very end of it, and then it fires. This thing takes up all the way to right about, oh hell, I guess 2 or 3, maybe 2.5 millimeters, and then it finally hits right here in the very back. I mean, this is with the safety on, okay? So I got the safety on, and I can still pull all the way back to here. So when you're shooting, one thing you'll notice, this one is pretty balanced. It's pretty good. You got a pretty quick take up. It's not the quickest, but it's not bad. You've got a reasonable take up and break, okay? This one, you definitely feel like you have to take this and pull it all the way back to the very back, and right before you hit the wall, it clicks. So that's one thing that you need to know. They're both about 6-pound triggers, so when it does break, it's going to feel about the same. But this one it takes forever to get the round off. You're coming from somewhere up here in nosebleed all the way back to the handle to get that thing to actually shoot. I would definitely recommend putting an Apex trigger in it. That's what I'm going to do. I just picked this thing up recently. I hadn't shot with it, but for a month or two. It's not been too long. Not long enough to get the trigger kit in yet. Hopefully that'll be soon. So that's the first thing. The trigger on this, you gotta pull the dadgum thing from Phoenix to Omaha to get it to go off. Just huge take up in that thing. So that's a little bit annoying on this gun, but it shoots well. I mean, you gotta get over that, but it shoots well. So second thing, weight. This is of course an aluminum slide on polymer. This is a steel slide on polymer. The weight of these two is, they say it's 5 ounces difference between the two. I'm going to tell you what, you can feel that 5 ounces. The MP9 Shield feels a lot heavier compared to the 22 Compact. So it may be 15 versus 20 ounces, but it feels like it's a tractor trailer versus a Volkswagen. I mean, you can so tell the difference in weight. This thing, it feels so airy and so light in comparison. So another thing, the slide, okay? So, pulling this slide back, they say pulling the slide back on the 2.0 Compact, even the 1.0 really, is extremely difficult for a lot of people. And it's tight. I don't have any problems with it, but my fiance cannot pull this back. She tried. My aunt, she could not pull it back. So none of the females in my life, let's see, my aunt, my fiance, who else tried? My mother tried, someone else. So we got about 4 females tried to pull this slide back and they couldn't do it. Now plenty can, but that's 4 people that I know that couldn't do it. So it's a stiff slide. So here's a trigger break on this, by the way. Really nice. That's another thing. This, super easy to pull back. Super, super easy. Almost no effort at all. It's kind of like what I reckon the Easy is. I've pulled the Easy, and it felt kind of about the same. I don't know if it's any lighter or not, but it's close. So I would reckon this 22 compact to the Easy version of the M&P. So this just stuff that nobody talks about, especially in comparison. They're all too busy rattling off specs. And I want to tell you a little, reality of the situation. If you're going shooting, this one's going to be heavy. This one's going to be light. This one's going to be hard to pull back the slide on. This one's going to be easy. This one's going to have a real nice balanced trigger. This one's going to take a lot of pull all the way to the back to get it to go off, so it's a real long throw. It's a little annoying, but not too bad. Apex trigger kit will fix that. So I put talons on my 2.0 because that grip texture is rough. If you're just shooting with it, that's fine. But if you're going to carry it, this texture will eat you alive. So I put the talons on that. This has got the 1.0 type grip texture, and it's fine. I don't feel like it's too slippery. I'm still going to put talons on it anyway. That's about all you need to know. That's just a few things that people just don't seem to talk about, when they're too busy rattling off the back of the box. So other than that, I think that's it. If you want to get something that's a good trainer or super easy to shoot and play around with, have fun with, that's the one to go with, that 22 compact. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Shield 9, but I will tell you that it's hard to pull back on the slide. It's heavy. It's great for a little CCW, but it's not the easiest gun in the world for females or small dudes or whatever. I love it. I would buy 10 more of them. So I don't have a problem with it, but we need to be realistic about what's out there. Big dudes aren't going to carry this because they're going to probably get a Glock 19, 17, maybe a 43, I don't know. But, this is more for the average size human being, constant, carrying it around. It'll fit them. It's not too big. It's not super tiny like a little 380 bodyguard. It's a perfect size, really, for carry, in my opinion. So this, you don't want to carry this, in my opinion. I don't think you do. 22's just, this is a super good gun that shoots every time I pull the trigger, but I wouldn't trust any dirty rimfire 22 with my life. That's just my opinion. But if that's your only choice, if you've got a 22 compact next to you for $200 at the pawn shop and you don't have $375 to go blow on a bodyguard brand new, take your luck. It shoots well. As long as you got good ammo in it, it won't hang up. It will run. I can promise you that. Rimfire makes me nervous. So there you go. There is what nobody ever told me about these guns when they were rattling specs off the back of the box. So hopefully that helps you guys out.